Welcome to the New Millennia, a podcast where my 20-something friends and I are diving into the mess that is adulthood in this generation. Because if we have to go through this, we might as well make it fun. I'm Millennia, your hostess with the mostest, professional overthinker, and certified yapper. Sit down, pour up a glass, and let's chat. Disclaimer, the advice is questionable, but the vibes are unmatched. Okay. Hello, Hunter.
Hello.
You are the first guest on my long-awaited podcast.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be here.
I knew that you would be. I knew that you'd be a very good first guest.
Thank
you so much.
And happy birthday to you. Big 2-5. Quarter decade.
It is a quarter decade. I'm spiraling a little bit.
A little bit is needed.
I don't even know. I thought, okay, backing up. I wanted to do this podcast for a really long time.
Yes, you've been talking about it.
We've been talking about it. I wanted to do a podcast back in college. So, that was, my God, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Oh, longer.
3 for you.
Yeah.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah, we'll get to it later. We'll talk about that later.
But just going all the way back, I wanted to have a podcast, but I could never land on an idea. I wanted it to be fun. And I wanted to have my friends on every episode and shoot the shit like we normally do.
Literally.
So
the banter,
the laughs, the jokes. Mm-hmm. And I filmed an episode with Hamina.
I do.
And that was very special and sweet, but it was too intimate. And I couldn't release it.
That's fair.
Because we was talking shit. So
I should.
We'll keep it a little buttoned up, but not too much.
Yes,
not too much.
Never. We can't censor this. Us. Who we are.
Not in this climate.
Yeah. As we say, in this economy.
In esta economy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yes. The New Millennia. She's here.
Mm-hmm.
She's for all the girlies at home that do not have it figured out. We are hungover.
I'm severely hungover.
You're hungover. I'm not hungover.
I know. I'm trying here. The brain's not doing its thing though.
We were almost doing breathing exercises beforehand. Because things like manual breathing when you wake up, when you're that hungover.
Yeah. You're like, am I breathing anymore?
Yeah.
Am I alive?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You
don't know.
You had a time at my birthday, which is exactly what I wanted for my birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm 25 today, and we partied last night. We're hungover. We're tired, girl. There's confetti on the ground.
Yes, balloons. The helium didn't last very long. These did, though, thank goodness.
They did.
The 2 and the 5 are still standing.
It's so crazy to look at it and be like, that's my age.
Yeah. Do you feel 25?
That's a good question. I'm supposed to be asking the
Sorry. It's just this banter, girl. It's just a chit-chat.
That's a good question. I need to think about it.
That's fair.
I do feel 25.
Okay.
I feel older, just in general. I feel like there was a while where I was like, I feel 17 for a long time.
Too.
What is it about 17?
I don't know.
I don't know either, and it's freaking me out.
Maybe it's the movie.
There's a lot of movies.
17 again.
There's Zac Efron. But I also just felt like it was very like sparkly age. Like there was a lot happening.
Yeah.
You're on the cusp of like, oh my God, I'm about to be 18.
I think that's what it is.
I got my license last year. Like got my little cute hot girl job, making a little paycheck.
True.
But like no responsibilities.
Yeah. Like no rent, no bills. But like I have like my check was $400.
Yeah.
Cute. Like what?
And you ate it.
Yeah. Loved.
I think about the money I was making as an infant.
Right.
Working at IHOP, making 250 serving. I know you're still in like the food industry lifestyle. The money is addicting, boo.
Yeah, that quick cash. Going for a shift, come out with some cash.
Like cashing it is so dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's not real money.
It doesn't feel like real.
No, I spend that. That's my spending money.
Yeah. I feel like when I was like doing my little IHOP thing, I was like, damn, like I'm rich. Like this is I'm 17. I have I'm going to college. I'm getting the fuck out of here soon.
Right.
I have a little money burning in my pocket.
Burning.
Burning in my pocket.
Burning.
And no bills suspended on. So I just think it was a good time. And
No, it's a great time.
I feel like I felt that for a long time. Like I was like, I still feel young like that. But now I feel like I check the weather before I get dressed.
Right. But at 25, I'm glad you do.
And right. And is it the late ADHD diagnosis or
Possibly.
right? Or my
Possibly.
frontal lobe developing?
Maybe both. Yeah.
Maybe both. Maybe both for sure. But
Yeah.
I just feel like, yeah. How old do you feel?
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm 28. And sometimes I feel like I'm not like 16. I would say like 21 maybe.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
home ownership. That's why you're feeling 28.
maybe. I mean, I'm like independent, but I haven't been like as independent because you've been working for a long time and been independent like that.
Yeah.
I haven't been like that until like recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm just like, I feel domesticated.
Mm-hmm.
And my
You feel like you water
fiance.
the plants. You feel like you pay
Yeah.
the bills.
Yeah, especially now that I have a house, it's just so much more domesticated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl, I really do this 700 square foot apartment.
girl.
Cleaning a whole house.
Yeah.
Girl.
And we finally just got a routine on that. So it's like, thank God.
Because
Like,
things were rough.
It was tough.
It's a lot. I feel like people don't know about that. Like,
Yes.
please walk. You're a homeowner now. What was that experience like? Because you are 24.
I'm 24. I bought the house when I was 23.
Wow. So I feel like you're one of our friends. I didn't even conceptualize that you were 23
I
when you
know.
bought this house.
Mm.
God, was it really 2 years ago?
Well, no, it'll be. Wait, what? No, I was 23. Because it was April of last year. And that's 2020. It's right before I turned 24. That's why. So it hasn't been a year yet.
Damn, but still, you were 23.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know shit. I still don't know shit. So the fact that you bought a home.
Yeah. I did it in a non-traditional way, which is, I can talk. So basically, my fiance, Nathan, and then our best friend, Shauna. You already know the story, but to explain.
To the audience out there.
To the audience.
to the viewers.
To the listeners. We all qualified together on the loan so we could afford more home because me and Nathan couldn't really like afford it what we wanted at the time with our combined income. So we all have our income together, all three of us. So yeah, we're all on loan, we're all on the deeds. We've all bought it together. It's not traditional, like whatever.
Home ownership.
Yeah.
Boy meets girl.
Right. Get married, buy a house, have kids. No.
Spare bedroom for the kids.
Right.
That is very interesting though. Yeah. I mean, you're the first person in general in our family to have a home.
Yeah.
And just anybody that I know, nobody that I know in this market has a home. So I feel like it's nice that you did it the way that you wanted to.
Yeah.
Because so many people probably want a home, but they can't afford it. And it's or afford what they want.
Right, exactly.
How did you feel like people, like when you told people that you were doing that, like what were their like responses? I
think the biggest thing, especially when I like my parents at least, is like we've only known Shauna, or Nathan met Shauna, period.
Right. And we're editing it out in post.
Love.
Thank you, Miss Girl.
Whenever, period.
Get it, Alexa. We do. The 2P kills me. I do not know how to turn that shit off.
That is so funny.
Like,
I love how you have reminders though.
Girl, everything. This is a smart home.
Yes.
When she wants to take her home back, she will. She'll lock me out of the front door.
That's kind of a scary movie.
It is. Yeah. Disney Channel original movie. Smart home. You should watch.
You're watching Disney Channel.
Okay, your smart home.
Oh, yes, my house. It was like with my parents when I first told them. I was like, well, like, oh wait, what was I saying? Oh,
their like perception of it.
Yes. Well, because we've only known Shauna for technically 2 years before we bought the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nathan met her a couple years prior to, so we've known her for a while.
Yeah.
But like being friends, like a year and a half to 2 years, and we're buying a house together.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so when I told my parents, they were kind of like, oh, like, how does that work? Like, if you want to sell, or like, if you just want to sell, or you want to move out, and you start a family, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in real estate, so I'm a realtor as well. So
right. And that part, I've been waiting for you to speak a little.
Sorry.
Like, talk a little big about yourself.
Yeah, no.
Speak your truth.
I'm humble, girl.
He comes from humble beginnings.
Right.
But he's a realtor, the capital R.
Capital R, realtor, yes.
And you got your realtor license in the process of you buying your home, or was it before?
No, I've had my license it'll be 2 years in February. Oh, this month.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. These milestones come up and like, what do we do to celebrate them? That's probably what we don't remember.
Yeah, well, I remember because I had to get it renewed. I had to get a bunch of classes, pay some money for it. So I knew it was coming, but
It's been a commitment. Like,
yeah,
you really, I mean, I know we're later, not a conversation right now, but we're going to loop back.
Yeah, always.
But you kind of did something that a lot of people don't do as well, where it's like you like dove into a completely different industry.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not just you buying the house for the first time. Like, it seems it's a theme, I fear. Like, you're just doing what it seems like you want to do on your terms, and you don't have all the answers yet because a lot of people haven't done it.
No, literally. I mean, because I like, so I have my license for 2 years now, but like prior to, I have only sold houses.
Mm-hmm.
And by sell, I mean, I'm part-time agent. So like, I've only done like 2 transactions. So I'm not like actively like, it's family and friends, mainly my fiance Nathan, whose investment properties I sell.
Yeah.
But.
And power couple.
Period. Thank you. But like, so I never like helped someone buy a house before. And so I was like, and you know me, I want to know everything. I want to be good at my job.
You want to dig in.
Yeah. I just want to be good at what I do.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how am I going to help someone buy a house when I haven't even bought my own house?
Right.
And not that you have to do that because you could, but for me, I just like, I don't know anything about it. So then this was like also a learning curve for me. So it was really nice. And I got a little commission check off of it. And I like represented myself, or all 3 of us.
I love that.
So it was like nice.
That's so crazy, full circle too.
Compensation. Sorry, not commission.
Compensation. His lawyers on the other line. Babe?
They changed the wording.
Your lender called.
Right. Not how it works, but period.
Right. And that's really the best. That's the crazy thing. It's like, you're one of my friends who, if someone asked me what you did, I'd be like, oh, he's a realtor. But it's like.
Realtor.
How do you, what is it? Realtor. Realtor is not right.
No.
Damn.
I know.
What is that about?
It's the movies. Everyone says realtor.
He said, get it right, bitch.
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name. No, but like that whole thing, we don't even know how to say it right.
There we go.
I don't even know what you do in your day to day.
Yeah.
I don't know what a lender is. I hear you talk about it all the time. I don't know.
Oh.
Right? I'm dumb.
No, you're not dumb. It's actually crazy. Like, that's why my whole like niche is like first time home buyers, because people are so uneducated about real estate, which I mean, I was too. I still kind of am, but I'm learning as I go. But that's like, I want to educate people on how to do that because no one knows how to do it.
No, literally.
Or knows nothing about it.
And I would want, it's like our conversations about like Damon Dominique, our favorite YouTuber. He was like, I am an American. Is I speak English front and center. Or it is front and center. It's always present. Like, I don't have a need to learn other languages. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But like, I'm the best person to teach someone who is also from an English speaking country, because I know the things you're going to struggle with, because I struggle too.
Literally. Relatable.
And it just seems like very similar to your story. Like, you didn't know anything about real estate. You got your license, like you did your classes, you did your due diligence, and then you know, like, what's the proper term? Like, manage like the operations for your own home, like that you live in now.
Yeah. You mean like when I bought it? Yeah, I was representing myself basically.
Like, what does that feel like to say that? You're like, I was representing myself.
It was Mama. Cool. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, because I was representing my clients, but my clients was obviously my best friend and my fiance.
Your bestie and your boo.
Right. So then it's like, I'm just representing myself at that point.
That must feel, I feel like that feels powerful.
Yeah, it was cool. You also have to disclose that legally. Like, this is a purchase for me. Yeah. You have to disclose if it's your parents, your siblings, or your child. Or your spouse. Something like that. Contracts.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. You're doing contracts all the time. You're like diving in, you're hopping in. And I feel like even in this moment, I want to go back in time again, because like when I met you, you were a child. Okay? You were we
were children.
A wee young child.
I was new.
You were new.
I was new.
Thank you for using that. My marketing king.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were literally, I met you in 6th grade.
Yeah.
7th grade? 6th grade? 2010.
2012.
Period.
Oh, what grade was that? 6th grade, I think.
I think so, girl. It's so blurry at this time.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all were the hot twins on the block when you pulled up. So just like, I don't know.
That was crazy.
What I was trying to say by going back was like, I've known you for a very long time. Like, knowing someone from when they're a child to see them do something so technical, like a job that I see, like, not a lot of people go down this path because it's like, it's challenging.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many skills that you need to have. I feel like I like naturally exhibit a lot of.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're sweet.
Okay. But the skills, like, you have other insane skills, like from college that you don't, like, you're not actively using in real estate. So it's just like crazy to see you like kid flashback now. Yeah. College you, because it's like I've known literally like 18 versions of you at this point.
Yeah. And that's easy to say because I get bored easily and I have so many interests. I want to do everything. I always tell Nathan too, it's like I could do any job. Like I'm capable of learning to do any job. It just, am I going to like the job?
Right.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You've always exuded like more natural like confidence that is required to do uncommon things. Like you go into that house buying process, you're like, house, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I want to invest. I don't have all the money in the world. Like, what can I do? And you did it.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to have some level of like, I believe in myself. I can do any job. Like, I can. Like, do you feel like
I do kind of have that like innate confidence? I think. I think it also came from my parents. Great parents. Love my parents. Shout out mom and dad. Love them. I love them dearly.
Hope they're listening out there today.
Right. I'll tell them about it. They will. But they're just amazing, and I think they like always let us do what we wanted to do, and said you're capable of doing that kind of thing. And it just kind of like, I think as a child, you just like then it's like innately in you, even though, or
that's sweet.
They instill that into you.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
I love that you said that because I feel like, I guess just our friend group in general, we don't talk about that enough. Like all of the good things like that our parents have done that like are instilled in us.
Yeah.
That's like really sweet. That's like, yeah, my mom told me I was a boss.
Right. So now I'm a boss.
So now I'm a boss.
Yeah. Literally.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But it's for so many people, it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah. I'm really grateful.
That's great. Because it's like we should be more like appreciative and like telling them, and you do, but I just think it's like so crazy. It's like we probably all have one thing that we took from them some way that's like, okay, we're using it for good or
for sure.
And I'm sure they're like, do you feel like they worry about you a lot, or do they feel like they know like he's got it, like he's taking care of it?
I think now they're like, oh, he's got it.
Okay,
they've definitely had the worries through the years,
right.
But I mean, they're parents and they always worry regardless. But yeah. No, they're good now.
And I'm buttoning it up. I'm
getting it together. That's why we're on the podcast.
Girl, that's the theme of all of our lives right now. Like no one I know is not going through it. Like
correct.
Everyone I know, the world. That's why I was like, we gotta start the podcast now.
Yeah.
We need to stop talking for free and monetize it.
Amen, girl. What? My comment, what we were talking about earlier, I said, how am I going to serve you when my cup is empty?
No.
That was so good. Well, it's only good because you reminded me how good it was because you, like,
I said, that's the content I need in the pod.
Right.
Like, lock in tonight. But you're like, let's talk about that. Let's pivot yet again.
Okay.
And bitches at home better keep up because we're going to do this the whole episode.
ADHD train, girl.
ADHD train, get on it or get off. Get left at the station.
For real.
But you're in food right now. Food service.
Oh, yes.
Food and bev. Okay.
Bartender.
She's
looking at me. Bartender. Yeah.
And that's you.
That's me. I'm tending to the bar.
You're tending to the bar and you're tending to these people's hearts.
I found out whenever in their pocket. Please.
That's your intersection.
Right.
Like, let me tend to your pockets, but also your heart.
I mean, I'm nice to everyone I meet, so.
You are.
It's not hard.
Like, I took my entire family to Darna. We'll bleep that out. To the place you work.
Yeah.
I took my entire family to where you bartend. And they fell in love with you. Like, everybody ate you up. And I was like, oh my God, he's dazzling us right now. Like,
dazzling.
I know that's why you have regulars, because they're entranced.
Yeah. I got, well, like, literally people, just to be honest, people were literally, like, coming in, like, we only come here for you.
Right.
And I was like, but the food's really good, too. Like,
it is. It's like a two, like,
it's a twofer.
I was telling you earlier that it's a twofer. Like, when you meet someone who's a patty down, and then they're like a delight, it's like, ooh.
Right.
Like cherry on top.
That's what I was about to say, cherry on top.
Cherry on top.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have been bartending for a while.
Yeah, I think it's been like, a year and a half or 2 years. But I've been serving or like service industry since, well, my first job was at Jason's Deli or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that was, and I was 16 or 17. So like, that's like all my jobs that I've been in have been like food service. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've been bartending for like a year and a half now.
Dang.
I like it way better than serving.
That's crazy. Does it feel like it's been that long? Yesterday.
Right.
Making the jump, server to bartender.
Right.
Here we go.
It feels like I've been doing it for a lot longer, actually. Mm-hmm. But I've learned so much. It's so crazy how much like education there is in alcohol. Like there's still stuff I don't know. I'm like, what's that?
I know.
But like the place I'm at now is very chill, very like, you still make martinis and old fashions and stuff, but it's not like super intense, crazy stuff.
Cool. I know that there's some bars out here that have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cocktails. Yeah. And it's crazy. I just read this book. It's called Pairing by Casey McBenstein. But it's queer, so it's lovely. No. And it's about one person is non-binary and then one person is a man, but they like break up, go on a food and tour. They booked a food and wine tour, but they broke up. So they go and they have this crash out fight on the plane, and then they like don't end up going on the tour.
This is a book.
There's a book.
Okay.
And one of them is like more into pastry, chef stuff, and then one of them is more like a sommelier, and or not more like a sommelier, but like a sommelier, like wants to be like taking the test, all that stuff. And they end up rebooking it at the end of like, they're like, hey, okay, you canceled or whatever for emergency. You've got 48 months, babe, to go. So they wait until the last like slot, and then they end up running into each other and they book the blind tour. So they're exes, they meet back up, and then they go throughout France and Italy and on the coast. It's just such a romantic read.
Cute.
I'm going on this tangent because one of them was a sommelier.
Oh, yeah.
And
wine. Oh, God. Yeah.
I was reading that book, and this is the first time I was introduced to like anything like that. Like reading so much about this wine, the notes, and where they're from.
And the tannins. And
the tannins, and the tannins. And you
types of grapes.
Glass. Like the California grapes. It's like, damn, people study this. And the character in the book had taken their sommelier test too. Because it was so challenging and so difficult. It's like, damn, like you can be an alcohol expert and still fail. Like you could know everything you need to know. There's still more for you to know.
Yeah, there's plenty. I know basic about wine.
Yeah, like being a bartender, like do you feel like if you had to give yourself a percentage, like, oh my gosh, I know, there's like a master bartender.
Oh, like the, what are they called, mixologists?
Yes. Like mixologists.
Oh, I would never be that.
You don't think you ever? I think you could be. No. You don't think you could like?
I may be. I mean, the thing is too is like people are like, oh, make me like what you like to make. I'm like, okay, lemon drop martini. Like I can do that. I do like making lemon drop martinis, but it's more of like when someone asks me to be creative in it, I'm like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't really crave that actually at all. Just tell me what you want.
Right. Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
And so your worst nightmare is like someone like surprise me.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll give you the first cocktail on the list. I mean,
it's so funny because I'm so that bitch. So
yeah. Well, then that's fine too. It's just like, I'm like, do you like sweet? Like, there's so many like avenues you could take. So it's like, are you gonna even like this? So then I have to ask a bunch of questions, and at that point, you could just pick something off the list.
Right.
So
people just need to tell you what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's period.
I don't really just like recommend. I'm like, do you like something sweet? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you should do this drink. And like, okay, cool. And then
that's the best. People do like want to choose. They just don't have enough information to choose.
Yeah. It's also like you look at it, you're like, I don't really know what that is.
I know. Well, that's how I felt reading the book. This was the first book that I read on my new Kindle. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mommy. Got it for Christmas. And it like reignited my love for reading that I had as a child.
It makes it so much more accessible.
It makes it so accessible because there's so many times where people, I feel like, are discouraged. It's like the same thing. Like, people are discouraged when they're reading a book because they're like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know what this big word is. And if I want to figure it out, I need to pull myself out of the story.
Yeah. Google it.
Close it. Google it. Then on Instagram. And oh my God, your ex liked your pic. And then you're on Instagram again.
You're right.
Scrolling, and like, that's the opposite of what you wanted to do.
Which was read, yeah.
But the Kindle, it's like, you can just like hold like over the word and it will give you like definition. It'll give you the Wikipedia article. It'll translate it for you. And it's like super simple, quick, nice, seamless aid. So I was like, learning about wine, babe. Like, this is like I was learning because I was like, oh, I don't know what that word is. And I'm like reading a little blurb with it. And I'm like, great. Like, I know more about these fucking niche ass grapes than I do about how to do my taxes. But it's so enriching.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know what a lender is, but like, I know about these notes.
Right.
I know about these notes in this goddamn wine. Like
the mocha in there.
No. And could I name them right now? No, I couldn't. Yeah. But I just think it's funny because, like, there have got to be pet peeves of bartenders universally. Like, I know everyone's different. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking you hate a bitch that's like, surprise me. Like, I just want to.
Not really. And I don't like, that's probably like a stretch. I don't really care. I mean, it's fine. Because I'll just be like, okay, like, I like to make like this or that. And then like, okay, I'll just have that. Mm-hmm. So it's really not that hard. I just like.
But you're polite king. I want to know the tea. Like, who do you hate? There have to be people here. Hate's the wrong word. Let me bench that. Strongly dislike. Right. Like, they come up to the bar, and the minute that they come up to the bar, you know you're not gonna like them.
Yes,
actually, I had people like that serving.
Oh, you can tell immediately if they're just like. I just don't like people who are entitled. Mm-hmm. Or like treat me like I'm not a human.
Right.
Because like I'm like, you can go home and make yourself a drink.
Right.
Like you can do that.
Literally.
You can go home.
Bust out the shaker.
Right, shaker 10. You can literally go home and do it yourself. But like if you're gonna come here and like make me feel less than, which I'm not.
Right.
Then you can like so that I think that's the main thing. Mm-hmm. Especially since I'm like so nice. It's like
right, you're so nice. Like, and speak on that because like people really struggle with that in food service, and it's universal. It's universal, and we're all so nice. Like, we're paid to be nice to y'all.
That's true, actually. But I'm like genuinely nice. I don't like have to be paid.
But you're both. Like, the people should be nice back.
Yeah, they should be. Most people are too. And the only way like I always do is like kill them with kindness kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you're gonna be rude to me, I'm just gonna still be nice to you, and then you're gonna feel bad about being mean to me.
Girl, you know what? Period.
Yeah.
You want them to have a little guilt at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Some of these people need to be haunted.
Yeah, just like change their ways. Maybe they need to be guilted into it.
You know what? I watched A Christmas Carol this holiday season.
Okay.
After years of like, I've maybe seen it once. The old one.
Oh, the movie A Christmas Carol.
Oh, I watched it.
Yes.
3 ghosts. They visit him Christmas past.
Yes.
Babe, he needed that.
Yeah, he did. That animation in there is kind of scary to me.
It's a very scary like Christmas movie. I love it. Like, it's like you want to be a little afraid on Christmas with like a good message. A classic.
That's true.
It reminds me of like those movies they put on in school and like on like a free day. The teacher would like pop that in.
Oh yeah.
That feels what it feels like. But he needed that. Yeah. These people need to be haunted. Mm-hmm. They need to be tormented. They need guilt in their lives. Yeah. And I'm not the one to give it to you. Well, I'm too shy. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm kidding.
I don't know if I'm kidding. I think that like there's definitely been like what's your worst like I wanted to kill this person. I'm not gonna kill this person legally, but I wanted to like be like you make me so mad.
The thing with me is my memory's so bad, I don't even know. I know it's happened.
It's faded.
It's also like I don't care enough to like remember it, I guess.
Right. You're unbothered. And I need to embody that because I'd be like, I remember stuff from like because it's early in food, I feel like there's just like there's a special circle of hell.
Oh, absolutely. I had someone actually recently come in and she was an IHOP server.
And she was telling me about like scars.
Right. She was like she likes it because she works like just 7 to 2 or whatever her shift is in the morning. I'm like, that's just early. And like you're dealing with breakfast and people who are just waking up and need their coffee immediately or people who are hangry. And like, I mean, that's everywhere. But you know what I mean? Like, especially in the morning.
It's exacerbated, babe. Yeah. Like, for that to be my first job is also wild.
That is crazy.
But it was, I mean, yeah, that 7 to 2, that 250, 300 shift. Right. Working on Saturday, Sunday. I dream about her every day.
Yeah, that's nice. Iconic. You do have to work holidays though.
You do, and that's what quit. I was like, I'm a child. I will not be working on Christmas.
Yeah.
But like, if it wasn't for that, I would stay there, and I would have worked there all throughout high school because I loved it.
Yeah.
But I will never forget 2 things. One, International Pancake Day, like the 99-cent pancakes. I have war like scars.
Girl, I can imagine.
Because all day, it's chaos. It's not just because it's busy. It's the fact that they're coming in. It's 99 cents. They're paying with $2 maybe with tax. It's maybe like 106, 107.
Wait, 99 cents for a stack of pancakes?
For a stack of pancakes. That's all they get. They tip you pennies.
Yeah.
All day. So they don't, it's just like people going there for a cheap meal, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not going to be on here talking bad about the consumer.
Right.
Okay? I'm not. I'm just like, damn, though.
That's crazy.
I'm getting railed. Like, I'm getting literally rocked.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been rocked.
And you get pennies for it.
And pennies on the dollar. They're tipping $2. They're paying $2, like just leaving cash on the table. So it's like they're gone. They're in and out.
Wow.
So and there's
that's
people
crazy.
here that's their tradition. They go every year, and it's such big groups, and all they're gonna order. You might get a drink.
Like an orange juice.
Percentage is trash. Like they want the water, which I get. Stay hydrated, queen, and then the short stack, 99 cents.
Wow.
Covered in syrup. Like,
are they big pancakes? Do they make them smaller on purpose? Or is it the same?
So I think it was like a full stack is like 5 pancakes, and then like a short stack's like 3 or maybe 2. Depends on.
Yeah.
So I've been in the trenches. But they would do like the little stack, like 3 pancakes for 99 cents.
That's a lot.
That would fill me up.
I could never finish it.
I would tip you. I mean, I wouldn't want to tip you $2, but if I had to.
Right. I would just be like, here's a 5.
Right.
Or
here's a 5. Like for your troubles, like you're getting your whole meal today for $5.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You're going to look at me in my eye. Like,
here's $1.
Yeah, so that's rough. And then
crazy.
this like specific experience, this guy, like this family, this man and his kids, but like the kids are just like pouring syrup on the table like, in front of me as I'm like taking, like just dumping the syrup all over the table, like
that's terrible.
Drawing the syrup on the table, and I'm like, what do you do? Do I tell you like don't do that? Your parents are watching you do this.
That's insane.
And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, it's dripping down the side of the table. Like,
and y'all have carpet in there, right?
Oh my gosh, I hope not. Maybe not. I don't think carpet.
Oh, I thought I have a carpet.
Ooh, girl, that sends a shiver down my spine. Thinking about carpet.
That would have been so bad.
Wherever that situation was not carpeted. Hopefully there's no carpeted IHOPs up there.
But
no, like I'm watching you let your kid pour.
No, because then you gotta clean it up.
Like, because I have to clean it up. It's dehumanizing.
No, yeah. And like they don't care enough about you to tell their kids to stop.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Right. You hit the nail on the head. It is the fact that it's like I'm subhuman right now.
Yeah.
You know I have to clean that up. You don't care.
That's so messed up.
That is so crazy.
That's what I hate too. That's like the thing I was talking about, like entitled or just like we're not human. I'm like, would I, as people complain about the prices too? I'm like, I don't make the prices. I'm not the owner. I'm not this company, babe.
We're all shocked by the economy.
Right? Girl, I know it's expensive.
It hurts me when you don't tip.
Right.
I'm not trying to blame the consumer, but what happened?
Girl, if you can afford this $38 meal, you can afford an additional $5 tip.
And if you
know what I mean? Like,
then girl, do what we do and hit the drive-thru.
Right. Or go cook at your house.
Like, that's what's crazy.
I'll say it again. Go shake your tins at the house. Buy yourself a steak and asparagus and cook it at your house.
You're absolutely correct about that. Because I'm like, I've made a mistake or two. Don't get me wrong. I have done things off record that, I'm not giving my best foot forward always either.
Right.
I wasn't. Like, I remember this guy came in and he was like, I want 10 pancakes. And I thought he meant 10 orders of the pancake of these specialty pancakes. Like pumpkin. I want 10 pumpkin pancakes. I'm like, oh, cute. No follow-up from me. I'm not giving you my all. Like some kid just poured like syrup on my table. I'm not asking the follow-up I need to be asking.
Yeah.
16. Like, please. So then I put in 10 orders. 10 orders for 3.
The 30
which
pancakes.
Means they make 30 pancakes.
Girl.
What he wanted was 10.
10 total.
What was going on? Why did he do that? And then and then they're making all this food, and then I'm like he actually wanted 2 full stacks, babe. 20 of these pancakes need to be tossed out. $6.99 a stack.
Wow. That's okay. We can.
Have you ever flopped at work like that? Like the food and bev? Because there's scary times. I've swiped a customer's card and it wasn't their bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've
you're like, you're like no, I can't.
I've actually paid out another tab before, but it was an accident. But I've flopped before. My main thing is I'm forgetful. Well, the thing is and life, I'm forgetful. But when it comes to like bartending and serving,
you're on it.
I'm on it. That to-do list in my head is like a mile long, but I'm gonna hit all of them.
Right.
I'm coming around. I got a little system going. That's why I think people who have ADHD are really great in like serving bartending,
because you thrive in the chaos.
Yeah, because it's chaotic, but I still got a plan. Organized chaos. But like, what was your question? I was forgetful.
Oh, did you flop? Did you?
Oh yeah, I said I'm forgetful.
Oh God. Oh,
I'm forgetful.
I forget things. That's so real. I'm actually scared that was documented. This is the brain rot that they're talking about out there that we are suffering from. Gen Z.
So bad. But like, I would always feel like if you put something on hold, did you have that option to like put some like a food item on hold? So like every time I leave it on hold, I'm like, ooh, I forgot to like ring it in. Like I wait for like the appetizers or something like that, and then I have the entrees on hold. I would always forget that. So or I just forget to bring something in because when you're so busy, you like in my head I'm like, oh, I got what you need. Like I know what your order is, but I never actually put it in.
I know. And the craziest part is like you're bilingual, babe. Like at least my restaurant at IHOP, which I know your restaurant now, like you're doing English, you're switching to Spanish if you need to. Like none of the cooks that I worked with spoke English at all, and some of them didn't read English. So it was like, babe, you can bring it up. You still need to come back and let me know what you put in.
Right.
That's just what it was.
Yeah.
And it was like good. We need to work harder, like to work with other people who don't speak English. Like
I agree.
I think we could all do better.
Yeah, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I can get by.
I think you could talk a little bit.
I can talk a little bit.
Okay, refresh me on, because another side quest that the viewers at home they don't know about is that me and you are on a Spanish journey.
We are on a Spanish journey.
We're going to learn.
We're going to be bilingual.
We're going to be bilingual.
Bilingual.
Exactamente.
Sí.
Igualmente.
Mucho gusto. Eso. Hasta pronto. All the phrases we know. Kidding.
But I wanted to touch on that as well because I feel like, not many people are learning languages these days.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, at least in my circle, my clique.
Yeah, same.
And now that you're working, like now, especially that I'm removed from, jobs where I was working with people and you still are, like if you were like out of that, like is there anybody that's like learning or like you have to switch in another language? I'm not.
No.
Not me.
No, you're right, yeah.
Work is really, for me, has been the main times when I've been like, oh, I have to speak.
Yeah.
Or if I'm ordering something out here in Austin. But
yeah,
for the most part, we're getting by. It's not like I'm having to I need to know the word for pancake in Espanol.
Yeah, I think they say pancaca, but I don't even know because caca is like shit. So.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm scared. I'm 16.
I'm not going to say pancaca.
I'm not going to say pancaca, but I am going to say por favor.
Por favor, sí, yeah.
Una short stack. Like, we can get by with that.
Right. That's so funny. But I even type like in the thing, I type it in Spanish. Like if I have like a special modification or something, I type it like tomate instead of tomato, even though they're kind of...
I feel like we're giving that energy of like when people come back from study abroad and they're like, oh,
ew, cringe. But yeah.
But that's how we all need to be a little bit because the lack of like...
Sorry, my toes are like...
It's okay. Put your piggies away. The lack of people like interested and just having conversation with people, having conversations.
Or like connections. Like the thing is like, especially with like, when you don't speak the same language, it's like you can't really see who they really are.
Exactly.
And their personality. But when you like start to see that, it's like, it's a beautiful thing. Like to connect like that. Because you can't even speak to them. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So I love it. That's why I have to learn the language. We have to learn the language.
The time. I think about that all the time. Like,
because the amount of connections you could have had, or like, well, you know what I mean? Like things like, or opportunities or things like that. Especially for me in real estate in Texas, literally thousands. I mean, everyone either speaks English or Spanish or a different language. Right. So, and if they only know Spanish, like I can't help them. Like I can't service you. But I would love to help you out.
I would love to, especially because like that group of people a lot of them are first-time buyers.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's just unfortunate how all of these things overlap.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, you're first-time buyer and then you have this language barrier that's preventing you from fully understanding, what you're legally agreed to financially. to.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that must be so scary and frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I would just get so mad with people at work. Like, when they'd be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this is getting complicated. Like, we have a big order. Like, I can't just go back there and tell them everything because they can't read English. And I was like, yes, you can.
Yeah, it's not that inconvenient.
You know what? Yes, you can. If these people can't wait, and they're at a big ass table. If you're coming into a restaurant and you have a big ass table, 25, 35 people.
Yeah, you're going to wait for these pancakes anyways.
You're going to wait for these pancakas.
Literally. You are going to wait for that.
Or you're going to wait for these pancakas.
Yeah.
Like, don't be like that. Don't rush like someone and get frustrated with someone and don't help someone that needs help.
Yeah.
They don't have another option. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
So if we need a little bit slow, apologize. Hey, it's a big order. It's going to take a little bit.
Literally.
Have a conversation. Do your business.
Yeah.
You're not that good at your job if you can't accommodate.
Especially in the service industry.
Especially in the service industry. You gotta be
changing all the time.
And like being a realtor is very much service-based.
Realtor. I know, it's going to take a while.
It is.
It's fine.
I don't think I'll ever get it.
It's fine. Well, you can try.
You're gonna have to. Realtor. Being a realtor, that is somewhere where it's very service-based.
Oh, literally. Like
it's all about the relationship.
Yeah. If you don't get paid. So, yeah. Especially like, I think I already told you this, but I had like an open house at Nathan's investment property. And literally, everyone that came in was Spanish speaking.
Right.
Every single, because just that area. It's like, so. But the good thing is I had my lender there. I'll explain what a lender is. My friend, you know Genesis? Yes. She was there and she speaks Spanish, which is great. So she like was talking to like people, and so, I mean, obviously people spoke English too, but some people didn't. So that was good. But yeah, it's not hard to accommodate. And that's why I love having her at my things, because I know, especially in Texas,
she's gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there for them.
Yeah.
I love that. And we're gonna be part of that group soon where we can
bilingual
accommodate. Because I agree, like, big factor for me with Spanish journey is like, you know, one of our best friends,
right?
She like, when she moved to Texas from Puerto Rico, like she was, you know, very much learning English, and that was a language, and that was not the language she was using. So when we met in, you know, elementary school, 5th grade, which is crazy thinking about it, like, I don't think that girl really was speaking English like that.
Right.
So first of all, we're kicking it past the barriers of language, babe. Like, you were my girl. Like,
I love that.
I love that too.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it? And I was just like, damn, like, I've known you so long that, like, I'm sure she was learning and had English to get through school, but like, she was actively learning English when we met.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm sure there was things that she didn't have the word for. And then, like, especially just being so close to her family, I was like, damn, like, I'm never going to know your family and you, like, who you are to your core.
Right.
Because your personality and all of, like, core things from childhood are completely in Spanish. Like, there's jokes I'm not going to understand. There's stories that lack the context.
Exactly.
Like, people don't think about, like, that gap, like the gap in how much someone so close to you is that big. It's like, oh, it's just like, oh, it's just like, they speak English now, like, they can translate it. It's like, there's words that do not exist.
Yeah, literally, you can't translate them.
There's phrases, like, I don't know. People just like to, like, reduce it. It's like, it's not that deep. But it's like,
it is that deep.
Does it not bother you that, like,
you literally will never know them.
You never will know them.
Yeah, you'll never know them.
You get it. I don't even have to preach to you because you get it.
I understand.
You get it. You want to, yo.
Yo entiendo.
Right.
I understand.
He understands. Tú sabes.
Tú sabes. Eso.
But it just really ate me up that I was, like, at her house with her family. They know me their whole life.
Right.
They know me most of my life.
Yeah.
And, like, I still can't have a real ticket with your grandma. That's a shame. I could do better. Like, I could really do better.
We could all do better. We could all do a little better.
We could all do a little better. We could all step it up.
Yeah.
And it would benefit, like, every aspect of our life.
Oh, heck yeah. Like, the job promotions, the opportunities, clients, yes. Everything.
Like, it's besides just the touchy-feely, which is very important in its own right, but some people aren't motivated by that, and they're motivated by, like, what can it get me?
Right.
That opportunistic culture that we have here in America, which, whatever, girl.
Right.
You're true.
You're true.
But, you know, if you need another motivator, it's like, girl, that would transform your work experience.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
a whole new market.
Literally. I'm already part of a not-for-profit that we like, our mission is for sustainable home ownership for Hispanics, but it's basically underserved. So we could just do Hispanics, Blacks, Asians, like basically people who are underserved or marginalized in some way.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's really cool.
I love it. I'm an advocate.
See, you're not just like talking about the business, but you're standing on it.
Trying to stomp all over it.
He's trying to stomp all over business.
I know.
And I think that's what it takes to, one, learn a language, stand on business, like be diligent, like commit to practicing every day, commit to speaking, commit to not knowing. But I think like even taking it back to like your college and everything like that. In high school, you were taking very high level Spanish classes.
Yeah, I did.
Walk me through that, because I've been wanting to talk to you about that for a hot minute, because like I didn't take Spanish in high school.
You took French, yes.
I took French.
You said je suis.
That's je suis américain.
No, américain.
Américain. Je voudrais un croissant.
You got that phrase down, girl.
Exactly. Croissant. And I had a ball.
Oh, girl.
But it was like, for me, when I was like, ooh, do I want to do... Because, like, what's also crazy about our high school in Tejas was they didn't accept ASL as a language credit. So I was going to do that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's weird. Why?
See, I don't understand. Get it together. I'm looking at the representatives. Like, I just don't get that. Especially because one of our best friends, good friends, Smar, she is a CODA, child of deaf adult. She has 2 deaf parents who I've also known since elementary school. And I got into my little switched at birth era, and I was like, oh my God, period. Like, I'm going to learn.
Oh my God, switched at birth era.
Switched at birth era. Like, I'm going to get into a little thank you.
Right.
That.
I think the first one. I think that's on top.
And it's just like, again, like a population that is excluded and just misunderstood, and at a lot of times put at risk when there's not other people who speak their language. Right. I'm like, damn, like in a case of
sign their language.
Sign their language. Inclusivity. Mama. He's keeping me accountable. He said, realtor? And he said, sign. You're right. Exactly. Like, we are so used to living in a hearing world. Yeah. Like, completely different. And I can't wait to have her on the pod so that she can speak about her own experience.
We'll let her talk about it.
We'll put a pin in that. But I was going to do ASL. Couldn't do ASL. And then everybody was miserable in Spanish. Like, everybody at our school. Yeah. They were just whiners or complainers, or if our teachers were really just like, didn't have the passion. I could never get into what the discourse was about.
I don't know. I think maybe it was the teachers.
I think that was like the big thing. Yeah. Like, they were just very, I don't know, strict to the book. Like,
yeah. I don't really remember actually, because I enjoyed Spanish. I like loved, because I've always wanted to speak Spanish because I'm half Mexican, but I don't know Spanish. But I don't know. I think the teachers were okay. I think maybe it was like strict or something, or it wasn't like, I don't know. Or like, I think it was strict because people like always would like mess up, and like, I think it was grades, how they graded or something. But I enjoyed it. Yeah. I went all the way to AP Spanish 4, but then I dropped that class.
And that's crazy.
It was difícil. It was
muy difícil.
It was difficult.
Girl, that's crazy. Talk to me about that, because I did my hot little 2 years of French, and I had so much fun, and I wanted to continue, but I was like, I want to do other things. So we'll have to put a pin in her. Yeah. But what was the big like deciding factor of like, okay, I'm gonna like go all the way, like go Spanish 4?
Well, literally, because like I said, I'm half Mexican, and my mom never taught me Spanish. My mom, or she hates when I bring that up. She's like, "It's not my fault." I'm like, "Yes, it is."
And we get why.
Yeah,
we do. I was just talking about someone about this, about being a no sabo kid, and just like that whole experience.
It's just it's difficult. Anyways, but so I was like, I've always wanted to know, because I've never been like Mexican enough. I'm half white too, so Mexican enough or white enough. Like, I don't know Spanish, so I'm not Mexican enough. Anyways, and I don't look white.
Right.
So I just wanted to learn, because my family, well, at the time, my grandpa was still alive, but he spoke English and Spanish. So my mom is, I'm pretty sure she's 2nd generation, and I'm 3rd generation. So like everyone that was here, like my aunts and uncles and everyone, they spoke English too. So it wasn't really like too difficult, but I always wanted to learn Spanish. I think that just motivated me. And I also just want to be bilingual, because like I think I would slay if I was like speaking in a different language.
I think
especially Spanish.
I think Spanish is so expressive that me and you need more words.
We need more words.
I need more words.
Or we just need the same words but in a different language.
I need to say
the same thing, like yo entiendo, I understand. Like I love saying that. Like I like saying something in Spanish and then translating it immediately right after to English.
Exactly.
It makes me feel powerful.
It does, because honestly, it is so powerful to have more options. In terms of how you want to express yourself. And it's just like, like I totally get the concept of like it's just been always a natural inner drive. It's like I have always wanted to do this. I feel like we've like connected about that like very early on, which is why I was always like, oh, Queen Slay, like the AP Spanish board, like right. It's like that. I
did drop it though. It was so difficult.
I'm sure.
I mean, it was basically like taking an English, like you know how you have to take
AP Lit, like AP Lit level work. In another language.
Yeah, the teacher was so lovely. She was so sweet because she was like we can like just like she was so supportive. And I never dropped a course like in my life.
Yeah. So it's like a big deal for you.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, oh my gosh, should I do this? Like I was like letting myself down, which made me sad. But I'm really glad I did because I don't think I would have done as well as I thought. And I was also very like grades. Like I've always been that person. So
it's hard when it's like you're struggling with something and then you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
It's like now that we are learning language learning in the way that we want to, it's like it's not the same pressure of like, oh my gosh, I have to drop this class because I can't be able to class.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, take a break. When I feel like
I
don't want to study.
At your pace or
at your pace, which is also damning because it's like, not like I have to do it myself. And there's no external motivators like failing or losing money or whatever.
Right.
That really compare to that environment. So I feel like if you had to give yourself like a, I know they have like A1, B1, BC, but like that kind of like means different things to different people. So I don't really care for that. But not to discredit if you do. But like, how would you describe like your level?
I think I'm like, so let's say I always say like beginner, intermediate, and then like advanced. I think I am like leaning more towards intermediate, but I'm still like between beginner and intermediate.
What do you feel like you were at PKP Spanish for?
Oh, like peak Spanish? I think I'm at peak Spanish right now.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy because I did 3 years, I think, in high school, and then I did 2 years in college. But I was basically, because I just wanted, I was going to minor in Spanish. COVID, anyways. But so that's why I took those classes because I was preparing to study abroad to Spain.
God. So we're going to talk about the trauma though.
And then COVID happened and the program got canceled. We so sad about that.
Yeah, we actually need to take a moment and dive into that.
Yeah. That's like my one like regret in life. But like it's not even something like I regret. It's just something like I regret that didn't happen to me.
Yes. You know what I mean? It is such a like bitter. Like bitterness.
I'm so bitter.
So bitter about it. It's so hard to even find the silver lining because I know it would have been amazing.
I think we would have came back different people. And I would have had a different life.
We would have. Like
I really think so.
Let's zoom out. Let's tell the tale because I think I mean, we have a lot of interesting stories. We could be chatting for hours, but I think this one needs to be told today because like I feel like it was a good lesson.
Yeah.
It just was a hard lesson to learn. So essentially, me and Hunter were gonna go study abroad summer of 2020. Yay.
Summer 2020.
And I feel like you worked really hard to get your trip in motion. I worked really hard to get my trip in motion. Like
I just got my financing.
Me too.
Like literally like a week before.
Yeah. Girl, I had all of it paid off with scholarships. I was busting my ass. We were going to have just 2 hot months in Spain. It was going to be life-changing. I was taking Spanish courses leading up to it, which was my first time taking Spanish in a school setting ever. Very different. Yeah. My French experience.
Oh, yeah. That was...
College level courses are just different, I feel.
Yeah. Also, the teacher for French was very, like, chillax.
He was so fun. He made me fall in love with language learning. I'm also loving that he had a good experience in high school. But yeah, he just was like a Swiss... French man that just was like just great and
he's very chill,
so chill, such a fun class.
Everyone has so much fun. Like they would like talk about how fun the class was.
I miss those days, like, and I think it was perfect amount of time too, where I was just like, I don't think I would have liked feeling that pressure to learn in a school environment like that because I'm just the same way where I was like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of things I want to do and I want to get good grades. So it's like, if I'm struggling with this language, which is hard to do, I just don't want that to be like, to hurt me from like this goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had a great time in French. And when I did in college, I had a really good time in my Spanish class. I was like committing to Spanish. I'll go back to French. We're going to do Spain. And then our trips like lined up together. So it was like, oh my God, we're going to do this thing. Like,
you're going to Barcelona and I was going to Valladolid.
Oh, that would so like,
I know.
Fuck.
And they're only like it was like a train we had to take to get to each other or something like that. We looked it up and
it was going to be so close. It was going to be so slay. It was going to be like you were living your story and I was living my story.
And then it just crossed a little bit.
Yeah, like our stories could cross, and like a lot of people would like travel on the weekends, and, like do other countries, and like I had never left the country at that point.
Yeah.
This rocked my mic. I had never left the country at that point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh my, this is like gonna be life-changing.
And then their first out of country experiences in Europe. That's awesome.
I was so ready for it. But then it got canceled.
It did.
It was devastating in so many ways, and it really fucked up my language learning journey. I don't know how you feel about yours.
Yeah, I'm literally telling you, if we would have gone, I would be fluent in Spanish right now.
I think about that.
I don't know, because I also was like, because I was gonna minor because I was double minoring. I had math basically already pretty much done because I was in computer science, so I basically had all that, and then the minor in Spanish was just good for extra because I wanted to learn Spanish, and I also wanted to go study abroad.
We wanted it.
We literally wanted it.
We really wanted it. And I think about that all the time. I'm like, damn, like, even though that's not the dialect that I'm focusing on today, I still would have taken anything in terms of getting to that level of fluency to come back and mold it to the dialect I would probably use here in Texas and just use in my life with my friends. Like that. But I think about that all the time because I just knew that that's what kept going through middle school and elementary school and high school was like, I know I'm going to study abroad. Like, I know that that's going to be the most affordable way for me to do it. I know that I'm going to go to this college and do it. I know that I'm going to do this program. Like, the minute when I got to school, I was like, I'm going to do this program. And I wanted to go as a freshman and couldn't because of credits. And so sophomore year, it was like, oh my God, this is it. This is perfect. I've been saving. We've been doing. Devastating.
And it was even more devastating because that was my last time I could have done it because I was graduating like a year later or whenever, like a year later.
Yeah.
But I have like another summer. That was my last summer.
Literally. That's insane. And I know we want to talk about that. So that's a perfect segue into you graduating early and shit like that popping up. It's like, this is the last opportunity. Like, you know, I feel like that's a different kind of heartbreak than mine, where it was like, I was trying every year and it was still getting canceled.
Yeah.
And then the year that after we graduated, they go. I'm like, oh,
that was terrible.
That's just crazy to see. I'm just like, damn.
You should just fail one class on purpose so you had to stay in school.
No, like, should I have derailed a little bit?
Right.
Because it's like those opportunities are just so different for us now.
Yeah.
And unless you have support and help or are in a financial position where you take off, it's really about the time. Like,
yes.
Some people going for a semester, even just over the summer, I was like, I will be grateful for any amount of time, but like the amount of time for me to become fluent. Like, can I just be there long enough to like enjoy my time, be able to afford it, not be spiraling into debt, and like get fluent?
Yeah.
6 weeks? I don't know. 8 weeks?
I don't know.
I'm begging for it. Like, I'm just crawling for it. And then when it didn't happen, I was like, fuck. Like, that makes me really sad. Because what window are we going to have again?
I know. So I'm like, people are like, you can always go later. I'm like, yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because I'm studying abroad. Saying that in itself is a slay. Like,
it is.
That's
you're
iconic.
Learning, you're doing school when you're there. You're there with people from your college, other colleges. Like, it still breaks my heart, which...
I hate talking about it because it makes me so sad and mad and bitter.
It makes me sad and mad and bitter, and it's hard to talk about too because it was so devastating for us because of like all the stuff we talked about, like knowing you for so long, we wanted, but it's also hard because like people died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a piece I struggle with is like some of the more gruesome parts of COVID, like losing family members, which happened to our friends, and like just seeing how it all shook out. I think we can all agree that like we don't need to like rank our pain. Like we don't need to do that.
Oh yeah.
But it's so hard for me to be like, no, the most devastating thing that happened for me for COVID was this, but it was like, I can't change it. I can't edit it. I'm grateful that was as sad as it got for me, but it was so devastating.
Yeah.
To like,
it sounds so first world, which it kind of is, but it's also like, it's true. I mean,
it's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that.
And we were working towards it. And
we were working towards it for years.
It's also like, you can only do that once. I mean, we can go back to school, but you know what I mean? Like, and that
will never be that.
Yeah, it will never be that.
And travel will, what bummed me out and what really kicked me off to go into therapy was like, I was like, even if I go, I don't even know when I'll get to go again. When it was so crazy, like 2020, 2021, like, where I'm like, I don't know when shit's going to be open again. But when it opens again, it will never be as it once was. The world forever, we're all collectively changed in a way where, you know, we might not be able to get into this exhibit because is it 6 feet? Like, dude,
literally
all of the paperwork and things that we had to do to go in 2022, which I felt even weird doing it then, but like I had the family donate, and then I had all this money from like people to go from my friends and family, which I was so grateful for, to help me pay it off.
I remember that, yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck, I have these people's money. It's not a lot of money, but it's a good amount of money where GoFundMe takes a cut. If I pay them back, I'm putting money out to pay them back. So I'm like, fuck. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. Like, it's never going to be what it once was. Like, that's what really set me into depression, was like, even if I go back tomorrow or next year or the year after that, I'm going to be masked the entire time. I'm going to have to take a test to get into every country. Lots of requirements and rules, and everybody's doing something different language. Like, that's a barrier, mama.
That would have been stressful, actually.
A pandemic. It was like, when, you know, we actually did it in 2022, because I was like, I need to spend these people's money. Like, I need to. It was stressful, mama. Like, it was stressful.
That's when you went with Mallory and Elena.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And it was life changing. But it was also like, it was a week, because I was like, that was what I could afford. And like, and I loved my experience. It just, I have a problem talking about it sometimes, because I feel like someone's gonna be like, wah wah. But I feel like we're so conditioned to like think people are gonna say that.
Oh yeah, too. Of course.
Like, I'm sure some like people have compassion. Like, bitch, it was a dream and you lost it. Like, get over it. I don't know if you feel that same way, where you're like, oh, I feel like I can't. And I also don't know if that was your most devastating from COVID, but that was mine, girl.
I think
that was the beginning of my villain origin story.
Dang.
6 years later.
Right.
I was spiraling. I was like, having to move back home.
Right.
I'm never gonna, like, this is like, I
know.
I have the money in my account from all my family, like, friends. When is it gonna open?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get to go next year? Denied. Canceled. Am I gonna go next year? Denied. Canceled. That fucked me up.
Dang.
And then you graduated. So then I was like, so us doing that together? Done.
Yes, exactly. That's like the cherry on top.
That is the ultimate. So anyways, I was me saying a lot of things, but tell me about your like side of that, and like graduating early, and what graduating early like did for you. Mental state?
Girl, I don't know if I did much, because I was like, so I came into college with like basically a year ahead of credits from all the AP classes and stuff I took and exams. So I was basically a sophomore going in. I think I was like actually like 3 credit shorts or something like that. So I was basically a sophomore. I was a year ahead already, which is cool. So like less debt, you know, one less year to pay for. But I do regret like graduating early, because I'm a part of a fraternity, and I wish I had like one more year with them and everything. Also, I wish I had another year for like study abroad, but now I forgot that they canceled it that year anyway, so I would have gone regardless.
Yeah.
But
it's just so crazy.
It was crazy.
It's crazy because it's like, even if things were different, it still wouldn't be the same.
Literally.
That's the most bitter pill to swallow. Yeah. It's like, damn, no matter what, even if you were there, can't go back.
You cannot go back.
Even if you had more time, can't go back. That's talking about life is giving you a lesson, mama. She's saying nothing's permanent, mama. She said your dreams, reimagine them.
So do something different.
No, get a different personality and hobby and dream.
Yeah.
Like, rethink everything.
That's
actually.
Terrible.
It was terrible. I was kicked out of me dorm.
Yeah. That was
campus, mama.
I remember when we first got the news, we were like, oh my God, no school for like a week or something. And then, then dark turn. Then it's like,
boom. scrapping with your parents at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
At Bow's.
Right. I realized too, we paid for the dorm, like for room and board. Did we ever get refunded for that?
I think we did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's such a blur.
It is a blur.
And then like, taking the Spanish classes online after that.
Yeah.
Done. I mean, you were going to minor in Spanish. Yeah. And then COVID fucked your little shit up.
I know, because me and Nathan were literally, I remember this vividly. We were literally on my dorm bed doing Spanish homework. And then we got the news about going home for a week for the COVID. And literally, I was like, me and Nathan at the time were taking like 22 hours. Like normally you take what, like 18 or something like that? But we were taking 18 at our primary. And then we were taking college or our community college here, classes online for Spanish. We were like at 2 universities at once. Yeah. Anyways, but where was I going with that?
You were working a lot. It was hard.
It was difficult. I was minoring in Spanish.
Right.
That's the whole reason I was trying to do that was I told you to study abroad and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then I graduated early. When I graduated too, it was during COVID. So we were outside. It was a great day, thank God. But we were 6 feet apart. So our chairs were spread out on the football field. So it was just the
COVID, you can't even talk about you graduating early because COVID is so intertwined in that you graduated in 2021, right?
Yeah. May 2021.
Wow. So you were peak, still in the thick of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still damn, it's only been barely a year since everything shut down.
Because we didn't even know if we're going to be able to walk or do anything. Because people graduated during COVID or had just a slideshow.
2020, May 2020, they really got nothing, babe.
Yeah.
Talk about not being able to close the fucking chapter.
Right.
That's
it's devastating.
That would send me spiraling. Because I already struggle with post-grad. I'm rocking this mic. I already struggled a lot with post-grad. So what do you feel like post-grad was like? Just kind of getting this weird alternate ending that you didn't anticipate?
Yeah, definitely. I think too, it's I kind of blame I didn't get an internship because of COVID, but it's also I didn't get an internship because of COVID. Mm-hmm. Because I applied to so many things and there's all these blah, blah. I was trying to get an internship here in Austin so I could stay over the summer or something like that. But I also didn't
And you were studying?
Computer science.
Right.
So I was going to try to get a cybersecurity internship. Mm-hmm. Didn't work out. And I applied to a bunch of stuff. It was also just a weird time for job hunts too, because people didn't know what they were going to do. And I was like, okay, cool. So then when I graduated, I was I moved to Austin with the boyfriend at the time, fiance now. And I stayed with him for 4 to 6 months because he graduated in December. So 6 months after me. Yeah. So he was still in school for one more semester. So I was kind of just chilling with him. My parents were like, where are you at? I'm like, I'm in Austin. I'm back at home, kind of. It was just a weird
it's just
transition.
A gray area. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and I didn't. I mean, I was applying to a bunch of places. I was at the time getting it's called Security Plus. Mm-hmm. It's a certificate. Mm-hmm. So I was getting that too. So I was in school again, kind of. Not really. It was just a class.
And these are not easy classes that you take. I feel like.
No.
The fact that okay, you you're taking coding to the extreme. I did a intro level coding, website, kind of more specific coding for marketing, but we're in that thing.
I was in it. It was fun. It's very match my brain, how everything's it's either right or it's wrong.
Right.
Not that I think about that in every aspect, but
she says right or it's wrong though.
Just for that, yeah. If it's not
it's
running,
nice to have
something
work that has okay, this is
yes,
what it is.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where's your semicolon? Did you forget it?
Right. Where's your semicolon at? Where's your
the if statement? Greater than sign.
Greater than
equal to. But yeah, honestly though, where I went to greater than. Where we went, it wasn't super, and it was just a basic computer science. Mm-hmm. It wasn't specialized at all. And the coding that I did, honestly, period. The coding that I was doing wasn't insane. We only learned one language, and there's our last year, senior year, we started learning Python, and that was the only time. But it wasn't even that advanced. Because they kind of had a template and you kind of just edit it. So it was for me, it was was I really coding like that? I was, but
you weren't.
Yeah, it wasn't super advanced. Especially when I was getting a college degree, I was I thought I'd be learning more into this.
That's so interesting. It's crazy, because you would think people are always telling you STEM, go into STEM, that's where the money's at.
Right.
You go into STEM, but I feel your job hunt after also caveat asterisk, it was COVID times.
Right.
But you're very smart, like very, you're driven. You dive into everything at first. You're taking all these advanced classes. Like, mama, you had the skill set.
Yeah.
So it's just
crazy. And I'm able to learn.
That like people are always telling people to go into STEM, but you don't feel like you necessarily got all of that from your degree.
I really didn't, to be honest.
It's just crazy that people tell you that. Yeah. Like, don't you feel like that's crazy? It's like people shouldn't be telling people what to be majoring in.
Right.
Because now people who major in the same thing that you are, well, ChatGPT mama. Like, what are they
literally
do?
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I bet school has changed so much.
I bet that, and that's crazy to say.
Yeah. Like, well, they have like AI detection stuff, like when you like turn it in and stuff like that. So it's like wild.
We had like AI tools, but ChatGPT was not a part of our college experience. No. And I think we would have been, dare I say, dumber if it was.
Right.
I would have been able, I mean, the way
it could do anything for you.
Like, it could do anything and everything. Essay. It can help you get started, and that's helpful. Yeah. But I do think that you need to be able to do it on your own.
Yeah.
If you want, need to be able to know everything about something.
Right.
So you do it on your own.
Yeah.
But I mean, love her. She makes everything efficient, but
she does.
It completely shook up what you got your degree in. So not only would it have been like, let's say, in a perfect world, okay, you did get a job.
Right.
Would you have still liked it amidst AI? Like,
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, you can't really like. I don't even have. It probably can code. It probably can code.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Or give you like a formula or something like that. That's crazy.
It is.
I mean, you still can't like take away. Well, I don't know, you could take away some jobs, I guess.
Different. Are you talking about AI? I thought you said you can't code.
Oh yeah,
you probably can't.
I'm talking about ChatGPT.
Oh well, there's like derivatives of
You're right. AI tools and things like that.
Yeah, where it's like they have it where places like they have people that more so give it prompts. Like they are an engineer and they know what the code needs to look like, and they're giving it prompts and then editing the finished code to make sure that it works.
That's insane.
So it's just like you have to be smart enough to know what to ask it.
Right.
Understand code, but it does the code maybe of 5 people now. So now you just need one person to do prompts, and now you're a prompt engineer instead of an engineer.
Well, that's good. I didn't like pursue my degree or my
Well, what you have done.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that is your 20s. Is like, and that's your 20s now.
Right.
That's like our parents do not understand that.
Yeah.
That they probably, were like, oh, why aren't you using your degree, or why aren't you doing something with your degree?
Yeah.
And now I bet you they're like, they probably don't think about it, or
right.
It's like, okay, thank God.
Right. Exactly.
Because your job fundamentally would have changed.
Yeah.
You probably still could have worked in that industry.
Yeah.
And done fine.
Different. Make a shift.
You may have been laid off. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah. And I think also too is like, I just did it just because I wanted to say that I could do it. If that makes sense. Mm. So like, I wasn't really like super passionate about it, or like, oh my God, I love this. And like I said earlier, like, I think I could do any job. Like, I think I'm capable of learning anything to do a job. And I'm kind of glad I didn't pursue that. I had an IT job after, I think, like a year, because I went back to service industry after like 6 months. Yeah, literally, because I started in December of 2021. So like 6 months after I graduated, 7 months. Service industry for like a year, trying to find jobs as well. And then I finally got like an IT job. It was just like an IT support job. And that was okay. But like being in a cubicle.
You didn't love it.
Calls.
You didn't love it.
No, I was literally, I think I only had the job for 2-3 months.
I remember that. I've always wanted to ask you this, but
so funny.
So you found a job, just to clarify. Like, did the school thing, graduated early, saw everybody like doing school, doing college life, and you're like, oh, well, kind of miss her. Like,
right.
It's a little rough out here. And then you went back to food industry because you were like trying to find a job, trying to figure out what was going on. 2021, things are shaking, things are crumbling around you.
Right.
And then you finally get it, and you're like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Is that crazy?
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of change going on in a short period of time, and a lot of like unknown and stress. Do you have like one moment when you were working the job, or just like where you were like, I have to make a change?
Literally. So I can tell you like the day. So it was in October sometime.
It was in the fall.
Right. The leaves are falling. No, literally, like, so I'm working and I'm on my lunch break or something like that. And Nathan gives me a call. I think, Nathan.
Boyfriend Nathan / fiance Nathan.
Yes. Nathan gives me a call. He's like, hey, like, quit your job, like, today. I said, huh? Actually, no, he didn't say that. Let me take it back. I'm forgetting the story.
Let me edit this.
No, because I wanted to quit so bad, but he was like, no, wait it out. Yeah. So basically, that's how we found real estate. So Nathan's aunt is a hard money lender. Basically, they fund fix and flips and new construction, mainly to I-10 clients. So people who don't have a social security number, but have an I-10 number. Right. Anyways, so like, he was like talking to her or something. It's like, hey, we're going to go like, basically like we're going to start working for her, essentially. Or we're going to go into it. And he had like a bunch of money saved up. So he's going to start doing fix and flips himself. He said, just like give them like your 2 week, maybe like next time, or like maybe like, I think it was a Friday. So like next week or something like that. I said, but I was so excited. I was like, I can quit right now. Like I can just go home. Like
so
I'm
were
done.
getting the plan and you're like, I'm loving this. Like,
yeah. And so when he said that we're going to real estate, I said, I will quit my job right now. And so basically that's what I did. I put my 2 weeks in.
Was it like the joy of like thinking of imagining yourself not working there? And you were like, oh
yes.
my God, I can't wait for that. I need to do this today.
Literally. Well, because like I was there and I was like, I just hated it. Like I just.
What did you hate? I know you said the office wasn't just your vibe, like cubicle, corporate.
No, it's not. It's not my vibe. It's just like, so like, what's that called? Fluorescent lighting too. It's just, it's damaging to your soul. It's like, it's so sad. It's very sad.
That's so funny.
And I just hated it. It's so damaging.
You can't help but like when you hate something like that, you really hate something.
Yeah, I just didn't. It wasn't for me. And I knew 9 to 5. I was just like, I love the hustle and bustle. I love the 9 to 5. I love a good 9 to 5. But I feel like for me, I'm just not a very like, I'll say stable person. I'm stable, but like I need a little bit of chaos.
You're
I need a little
complex because like you're lots of things. Because you say that you're not like type A like that, but then all of the, like your skill set is very like type like detail oriented, STEM, like coding, like attention to detail. So like I think you are just not on the ways traditionally you might think.
I think so. I think you're right because I am very like I have to be organized. So like I have to be like, and so I am like that. But yeah, so whenever I quit, I was joyous.
Yeah, it was joyful.
I was joyful,
and that's how you know. Do you feel like that's like you felt that way?
Yes, like literally, like my last 2 weeks, I was like so happy to go to work because I was like, I'm counting down. I have like 10 more days, 9 more days. I'm like, I'm almost done, and everyone was like, "Oh, why are you leaving?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to like be in real estate."
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
And I'm not gonna miss you, bitches.
Yeah, literally.
No, literally.
And then I was on it, girl. Like we started working for her, and like the beginning of January 2022, I got my license by the February, like within a month. Yeah. And
the rest is history.
The rest is history, girl. It's crazy.
That is so crazy. Yeah. I feel like that is like the main like takeaway from like our chat today.
Yeah.
Is like if you were thinking about the other option or any option, anything, any dream.
Yeah.
Or path, like if you're joyful thinking about quitting your job, like you're salivating over it.
Joyous.
Joyful.
Feliz, girl. Happy.
Feliz.
I was so excited. After that call, I said, I'm about to eat my lunch so well. Like I'm about to sit in this break room, this dingy break room. Actually, it was a really nice office, actually. I have to say back. But
it was being perceived as dingy.
It was dingy, my mind.
Because it was hurting your soul to be there.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're down bad. When you're like, this is fine. Like,
yeah.
My job is fine. Like, my life is fine. Like, this part of whatever is fine. I just don't like it.
Yeah. It's not for me. It just wasn't for me. I was grateful to have a job. But like, it wasn't for me, girl.
Yeah, girl.
It was not for me.
And kudos to you for like tapping into like that inner confidence that we were talking about, where it was like you just knew it wasn't for you. So many people struggle with knowing what's for them, like second guessing themselves. Like, okay, well, I don't like it because of this, or maybe it's just because I need to try that. And it's like I feel like you gave it enough time to really try it.
Yeah.
It's like after 2-3 months, if you're like, damn, I hate doing this. Like some people stay for 20 years and do that. Our parents' generation, you know, even my siblings, older siblings, like they stay at a job that they might not love.
Right, because they have to.
And it's not even about not even loving it, it's hating it. Like not having fun, like not enjoying it. That's got to be something generationally, babe.
Yeah, definitely.
we just can't.
Yeah, I cannot.
Why would we?
Right. The thing that's crazy too is I literally went through like a whole training. It was like a new like support team for like this company, and so it was so funny because like I went through the training. I went through like this was like the first group. Like we were like the the first people. So it was so funny because like
first wave.
Yeah. So I literally like did all the training for like a month, and then literally I went to work for like 2 months, and then yeah. Crazy thing is, I saw my old boss from that job. He came into the place I work at now as a bartender, and I served him. So it was kind of like
a full circle.
It was full circle. It was also like not embarrassing because I wasn't embarrassed by it because he knew that I was leaving to go back like into like hospitality or whatever. But he was so nice. He was like, "It's so good to see you." Like he was so kind.
That's
so
sweet.
It was really great. It was.
I
was like slightly like, ooh, I'd like.
And because the perception.
Yeah, because you think
it's like you don't feel that way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, I could be perceived in this way.
Right, exactly.
Like what I was talking about earlier, where it's like, girl, like speak about your traumas, like yo,
right.
We also it's like we just assume the worst sometimes almost, or like assume that people are judging us.
Exactly, and we can't read their minds, but like
we can't.
We just think.
And the fact that he was a delight and he was happy to see you.
Yeah, he's like, "How's it all going for you?" I was like, "Going great. Thank you so much for asking."
That makes me so happy. That feels very full circle because it's like you still wouldn't say that everything's figured out.
No, that's why we're on this podcast. So we have this podcast. It's not figured out,
but it's better than it was.
Yeah,
like the only metric like we should be even measuring ourselves up against is like, am I having a better time?
Right? Am I doing better?
Do I hate it a little less?
Yeah.
Do I hate it a little less?
Do I hate it? Am I living right now?
No.
Am I alive?
Am I alive? Check. Yeah. Am I like, basics covered?
Right.
And then am I just like, because you have to have the basic stuff. You have to, roof over your head, pay the bills, all of that. We know that. Like, I feel like people assume Gen Z doesn't know that. Like, we're not crippled by the economy and like crippled by how expensive it is to be on your own.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Girl, we know.
I understand.
We know that y'all stayed at a job for 20 years. Yeah. And bread was 8 cents.
Isn't that crazy? And then the way that the like minimum wage has been raised in like almost, is it a decade or 2 decades?
Insane.
Insane
that I made $2.13 as a waitress, meaning those pancake days.
Did you ever get a paycheck for that, or did you just it just helps with your taxes?
We talked about taxes with serving, and I'm like confused by what you do because I feel like it was so like I learned it so long ago and it was so different for me, like clearing my tips and stuff. But like I did get a paycheck because like basically they have to pay you up to minimum wage. Like, if you don't make enough in tips, you have to make that much salary, which is why you have to declare your tips and, like, do all that stuff. And so it's like, once you make that, then it goes back down to paying you $2.13.
Got it.
So it's basically like you make minimum wage and you also make $2.13. It just depends on how much you make. So it's kind of hella confusing, but I just think, like, yeah, we know we need to make money. Like,
yeah, we get it. We got bills to pay.
We get it. That's why so many people are like, get into the food industry and get wrapped up so quickly and like by the fast cash. It's literally addictive. It's addicting. Like I was addicted as a child. But I also don't want to work on Christmas.
No, literally. I worked on Christmas Eve this year and I was like, sad.
It's hard. It's hard. And with work and where you live, like with your house and with your major, like don't use that shit. If you don't want it.
No, I would never use it. Everyone's like,
you use so many other things from it.
Yeah,
that you don't realize.
I do. I'm a very like technology savvy person. So yeah, the thing is too is like so many people are like, well, just like be like a cybersecurity like analyst. That's what I wanted to do. And then just do like real estate on the side. I was like, no, like I mean I could, but I don't want to.
You don't want to.
I don't want to.
You don't want to, and there's other means to the end that you get to and your ultimate end goal, and like even just with like graduating early, like you came in thinking it was going to be one way.
Yeah, and was
achieving and like getting the grades and like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't. So it's like, who's to say that like with the cybersecurity stuff, like you could work so hard doing what you think you're supposed to do and it still might not work out how you assume, girl.
That's true. That's life.
That's life.
That's life, girl.
Are you hating it a little less? That is all I am trying to do these days.
Yeah.
I just feel very like inspired talking to you because I just love you and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
You're so sweet.
I love you. You've come so far. Like, you've done so many different things.
I have.
And I think you should be proud of that.
Thank you.
I think, like, people try to put people who do a lot of different things or jump around or change their mind or, like, people always say they want you to do that, but then when they meet someone actually doing that, like buying a house in a different way that you haven't heard, or like not using this degree that has all these implications, it's STEM, it's gonna get you a job. Bye, AI.
Right. Bye, you're gone.
Housing market crash. Pandemic. Graduate early, work so hard all throughout high school, get all these AP credits. Not saying that's why you did it.
No, but yeah, literally.
But it's part of it. Save money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm spiraling and all my friends are still having fun and they got to like finish their college.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
I literally was not even 21 in college.
And that's insane.
Isn't that insane? I graduated at 20.
That's insane. That's what I'm saying. Like, we rush.
I know. I hate that I rushed.
Do you?
Just because the study abroad thing, but also because I wasn't 21 in college.
I know.
I literally was like not like in classes, taking classes, like, oh, let's go to the bar after this. I literally never did that.
I know, that is crazy.
And I forget about that sometimes.
It is crazy because it's like people who like may not be super familiar with like, I don't know, familiar? Is that a word? Did I say that? Familiar?
Familiar.
I said familiar. Familiar. Thanks, Queen. Realtor?
Clock that.
Like, people might be like, oh, well, like, what's the big deal? But it's like, that's a big deal. Like, drinking and the drinking culture, just being able to drink and go out to the bars is a huge, I feel like a whole part of your life unlocks. When you turn 21.
Heck yeah.
And especially in college when everybody else is 21.
That's why I stayed around for like 6 months after, because like then like literally I graduated in May and then June I turned 21. Yeah. And so then I like celebrated and like it was super fun. So
yeah.
Wait, but then then I turned 21 because I was still living in the house with Hannah and Aubrey.
That's crazy. Yeah. It's just crazy to think about it. It's just like, I just know there's so many people who can relate to you and like want to do things a different way and like want to like stick their nose out and like do the hard work, like grind when you need to.
Right, exactly.
Okay, you're a bad bitch. Like, but you're doing it on your own terms and your timeline is unknown, but it's not like, that's not a bad thing.
No, definitely. I mean, especially life, girl.
Life.
Like, it's really just like life.
And
I'll be 25 soon, like you.
Yeah, you will be.
Yeah. Give me a couple months.
Do you feel like that's going to be a good, like, milestone for you? You feel like?
I think so. I have, like, a lot of goals I need to achieve by then because I think I already told you this, but I'm trying to quit the service industry because I'm only a part-time real estate agent right now. So I'm trying to do that full-time. So by my birthday, when I turn 25, I'm trying to be like, done with that. And then just agent full-time, live my life. So crossing fingers that all works out. But yeah, 25 is going to be, I think this is going to be, well,
we're scared, but it's gonna be a good year.
It's gonna be a good year.
We're gonna try our best.
We're gonna try our best.
It's just like life has already beat us down, girl. Those first 5 years of my 20s were gobbled by the pandemic.
Yeah.
Gobbled. We turned 20 and the pandemic hit. So we're like, I think that's the whole reason why I want to start the pod is I was like, we have such unique experiences and I feel like we can relate to each other, meaning like Gen Z people and in a large scale, all of us can relate to each other. Everybody has been in their 20s and struggled and didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, girl.
But in the unprecedented time is back to back.
Unprecedented is crazy.
It's just like, it's a lot. And I think that you're doing a really good job.
Thank you. I'm proud of you as well.
Thank you.
Doing your hot girl corporate shit, marketing stuff.
Thank you.
Love it.
We're starting the pod.
We're
starting our initiatives. I feel good.
We're on the pod. I feel good too. I feel great. I feel still hungover.
I feel better than feel better than this morning.
Right.
And we're just hating it a little less.
There we go. Tagline.
Episode title.
Right.
Are you hating your life a little less?
Yeah. Am I gonna drink ever again? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, I'm a bartender. I have to. Literally, I go into like, well, I mean like actually, because like if I have to like, not that I have to try my drinks, but like sometimes I'm like, something feels off. Let me just try it real quick. I try alcohol in my system. Yeah. So like literally, I'm always drinking alcohol. You know what I mean?
And I get that. And it's just a part of it. And it's part of the reason why you think that your chapter's closing with it. Yeah, because
we gotta slow down a little bit, babe. Somebody be 25.
Right.
Liver needs to heal.
I have a home.
I'm a
homeowner.
That has saved us so much money.
Really?
From going out and spending money. Yeah, because we're so like far north now in North Dallas that like it's not as accessible.
Yeah.
When we used to live in the apartment, we're literally down the street from everything.
Yeah, girl. I mean, you've been buttoning it up. That's what's been happening. You've been like, okay, service industry, had my time, ready to get out. Ready to fully commit to other things, ready to dedicate my time. And yeah, I hope that like 25 just brings you more and more confidence, King.
Thank you.
Joy and like good things, and things are going in an upwards like direction for you.
I see that happening.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You've had a chaotic timeline.
Right. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's kind of nice to like go back and think about everything that's happened, because you're like, wow, I've come so far.
You haven't. And it's why I wanted to start the pod.
Yeah. We love it.
It's so nice to reflect, and we forget. We forget.
I already told you I'm forgetful. So I forget everything that's happened to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. That's kind of dramatic. Nope. And I just forget about it. I think that's why I'm so like blissful sometimes.
No.
It's not like naive.
It's ignorance, but like not even ignorance. What is it?
It's just like
you're choosing denial. It's forgetfulness.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something. But I like it, because sometimes I'm like, oh, that person really screwed me over. I should probably like not talk to them anymore.
Right.
But like, because I'm so forgetful, also like for me, I don't have time.
Yeah.
There's no time.
You're busy. I mean, that's the thing. You can't be pivoting and moving and shaking and have all the time in the world that you would like. No. And that's the thing that's hard is like, okay, you wanted to choose something different. You know it's going to be harder. Like, you know it's going to take more time. You know you might not see the return in certain ways until later.
Yeah.
Like people who stick to one thing and hopefully they like it and it's what they wanted. Yeah. But for some people who are just doing it just to do it and like chug along the course because it's the plan and it's the path.
Yeah.
Girl, AI. Like,
bye.
Girl, it's not working out even if you follow the plan sometimes. Yeah. Wish someone would have told me that as a kid.
Right.
Girl. Wish someone would have looked at me as a wee young thing and been like, girl, you could try your best.
Wee young thing.
Still might fail. Like,
life sucks. Get ready. Strap in, girl.
Just strap in. Like, just strap in. Like, not on no doomsday. Just on some, like, some real stuff. Like,
I think we just gotta be real about it.
Be so real. Be so fucking for real. Like, if someone would have told me that, like, where I'm at now is where I'm at now, I would not have even believed them. And I am young. I know I'm young.
Yeah, we are young.
Today, especially, it's hitting me just the concept of like, I'm 25.
Yeah.
Today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the gift of being my first podcast guest. It's going to be so fun to listen back on this.
Yes. I'm nervous to see. I don't really like my voice post-edit, post-cut, whatever.
Post-cut, it's going to be sexy.
You're right.
It's going to be ASMR. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that we sat down and like took the time to do it.
We did it.
We did it, and I'm proud of us, and we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I would love to come back.
He said, I'd love to promo me right now and come back.
Please.
I would love to have you back on the pod when you feel like, I'm in my realtor era.
I need like an update for them.
Yes.
I can't just come back in like a month and be like, oh, it's the same.
I'm still hating it a little less today.
Right.
Because the goal is we want to love it. And you can love it. And we have a lust for life, as Lana Del Rey would say.
That's lust for life.
And so it's like, I don't know. I think like why I love you and all the people I'm planning on having on the pod is like, I know no matter what the like core thing we land on is like, oh my God, that's a lesson for the day. Like it just hopped up in this combo. It will be like the through line will be optimism. It has to be.
It has to be.
Girl, in these times, and I'm
unprecedented times.
We keep reiterating because unprecedented, but like it has to be optimism. Like if all you could think about, the only small positive is that your day was better than yesterday, like we have to milk it because some days that's all it's going to be.
Yeah, some days.
Some days it'll be more,
okay.
But some days it's just like all I want these days is just for tomorrow to be a better day.
Yeah, 1% better each day.
Yeah, if it's not, it's like they've been worse.
I run through some worse days.
I know your days coming up are going to be good, and I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for being my first guest on the pod.
Thank you.
Do you have anything you want to say or say goodbye?
I don't think so.
He said I said enough.
No, I said enough. I know, just do your best, be happy, be nice. That's pretty much it.
Right.
No need to be mean.
That's the new tea he's dropping today.
Right? Be nice.
Be nice.
I should wear my Be Nice shirt. I have a Be Nice shirt.
Be nice. Stop letting your kids do syrup on the table.
Right.
Think about things.
Be considerate. Tip your servers and bartenders.
Tip your freaking servers and bartenders. It's so fucking hard.
Treat them like humans.
Especially during these times when the economy's
unprecedented times.
And yeah, girl, just hate your life a little bit less than yesterday.
Yeah. That's a period.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a wrap. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The New Millennia. If you had a good time with us, don't forget to subscribe and check out more content from me every other week. Keep it cute, keep it messy, and keep embracing the